Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the running and endurance skill leveling guide, where we're going to look at how to level up your running skill as fast as possible and how to level up your endurance skill as fast as possible. And then we're going to look at the positives and the negatives of starting your character with max running or max endurance or a balance between the two. Okay, so without wasting any time, basically, guys, to level up your running, you just need to jog and run. Okay, but the jog and run speed, the the speed at which you run, affects how fast your running will level up. Okay, it also affects how fast your constitution will level up, which is very, very important. And since we're going to cover running and endurance, we're going to cover constitution as well at the same time. Okay, so constitution influences health points, stamina, damage and status, shock, poison, etc., resistances, immune system, calorie and water consumptions, efficiency, okay, and ranges from 1 to 5. So, if we want to level up our running as fast as possible, we have to make sure that we've got as little weight on us as possible so that we don't really have any performance performance score loss, meaning we don't want any real weight on us. And if we lose 0.2 of our running speed, it's fine, guys. It's fine. You just don't want to lose 1 to 2 to 3 kilometers per hour. And all you're going to do is you're going to press Shift W at the same time, and you're going to run. Simple as that, guys. And there you're going to, now you're leveling up your running skill. Okay? It's as simple as that. So running levels it up at this speed. Okay, and then jogging levels it up at this speed. Now, of course, you're going to use less calories, but it's not really going to matter, guys. So when you're leveling up your running, okay, we're still not at 10, okay? When you're leveling up your running, you want to run as fast as possible because that's going to speed up the process. As you guys can see, it's speeding up the process majorly, but the big thing is you're gaining 3.2. You're gaining the max amount of constitution that you can gain, where if you're jogging, you're just gaining almost half of what you would normally gain. Okay, so you just sprint. Definitely the best way to level up your running, and of course the best way to level up your constitution, which helps your character a ton in game. Okay, so hope we've got that. At the end, we'll discuss the differences between the two. Okay, now as you can see, if we're running uphill, we're gaining it a little bit slower, and as you see, we're keeping on leveling up our running, but we are going to have to rest when we do it this method. There is an AFK method that I will show you guys, okay, but this is the fastest way to level up your running. It's just sprint as fast as possible, have as little weight on you as possible, and you're going to be leveling up your running at the max speed, and you're going to be leveling up your constitution at the max speed. Okay, so that's that. Now, how do we level up our endurance? Okay, because if we go look at our endurance, nothing is really happening. Okay, really nothing is happening. Now, if you have weight on you and you're running, of course you're going to level up your endurance. But if you've got a lot of weight on you and you're running, you're going to be burning a lot of calories, meaning you're running out of food very, very quickly. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to spawn an item, and we're going to make it a hiking backpack. Okay, and then we're going to spawn in toolboxes. You can use a log. You can put a log if you don't want to find a bunch of toolboxes. You can put a log inside your backpack as well. Okay, so toolboxes, we're just going to make the 6. Okay, So there we've got 6 toolboxes on us. And now, even if we jog, we are going to be leveling up our endurance quite fast, as you guys can see. Okay? Even by just jogging. And the bonus is we're leveling up our strength now to the max. Okay? The maximum change it can have, which is plus 28,800. Okay? Plus 0.28,800. So there you can see. Now, we're not leveling up our running very fast, but we are leveling up our experience very fast. But we're burning 400 calories per hour. Okay, so we'll only be able to do this for an hour in game. Now, when we sprint, okay, again, if we sprint, we're going to run out of stamina very, very quickly. So let's just regain the stamina there quickly. Now, if we sprint, we're going to be leveling up our endurance definitely faster. Okay, definitely faster. So let's just see how fast this is. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, about 10. So that was the count for sprinting, okay, but we are going to be burning double the amount of calories. So now we won't even be able to do this for an hour in game, okay? So we're going to run out of food a heck of a lot faster. So in my opinion, it is not good to level up your endurance by sprinting, okay? So let's see what the difference is with jogging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, clearly it's slower, guys. Clearly it's slower. Okay, so let's just quickly get to our place where we want to be. So the reason that I like running more than I like endurance is because when you run, you have to rest. Meaning you can't run when you're not at your keyboard. You can't let your character run all the time if you're not at your keyboard, because at some point he's going to start walking, okay? And then he's just going to keep on walking. He's never going to run again. He's just going to keep on walking until you let him rest, and then he'll start, then he'll start running again. But that means you have to be at your keyboard, okay? So let's see if there are other ways of leveling up your endurance. Okay, guys, so this is another way to level up your endurance, okay? If you've got a car, this is a little bit easier, but if you don't have a car, you can either use, what do you call them? You can either use like cabinets or you can use crosses, okay? And then you crawl into the cabinet. Okay, crawling into the corner of the cabinet. Now we're leveling up our strength to the max, and we're leveling up our endurance. Okay, and this we can do AFK, guys. Okay, so we're just going to wait for our stamina to deplete, and then I'm going to show you guys. So this is the speed at which our endurance is going up at the moment. It's basically roughly the speed at which when we were jogging. Okay, now let's wait for our stamina to get to 0. Okay, guys, we're about to run out of stamina. Okay, and look at what happens to the stamina now. It goes into a minus. Okay, so you can reach maximum, you can reach a maximum of minus 61 stamina. So it can go all the way to minus 61 and then all the way to plus 61. Okay, but we're still gaining max dexterity, still gaining max strength, still gaining constitution, although it's very far from the speed. Okay, so but we're focusing now on running or endurance. We're focusing on endurance. Okay, so this you can do AFK, and you're only burning 300 calories instead of the 700 or 800 calories that you were burning while you were running or jogging. Okay. And that's it, guys. You can walk away from your computer now. Okay. All you have to figure out is I'm using 300 calories per hour. Okay. So I have to be back at my character within an hour. And if my water gets to about 30%, I just want to drink 3 times. Okay. Or the best method to drink water is to take a canteen, drink all until it's 50%, stop drinking, and then drink all again until it's 50%. And that will sustain your water very, very nicely. Okay? But this we can do AFK constantly. Okay? Even if it reaches max stamina. Let's wait a little bit until it reaches max, until it reaches minus 61. Okay, so there we go. Still gaining the maximum amount of dexterity, still gaining a little bit of constitution, still gaining the maximum amount of strength, still gaining endurance. Okay, and if you don't want to kill your character, you can always take some weight off. Okay, and there you see, now we're on the limit. We're not on 28,800, but we're on 28,526, which is fine. Okay, we just want to put a little bit less pressure on ourselves. But we're burning 370 calories now. Let's put that on again. We're still roughly burning 370 calories, guys. So now it's fine, okay, to max out the strength. But if you want to jog with weight on you and you don't want to kill your character, then it's nice to take some weight off you until you see that change dropping, and then you can manage it much better. Okay, but all you have to do now is, like I say, drink water, drink all from any water bottle, a 2-liter bottle, or a canteen until your stomach is at 45%. Then stop drinking, and then drink all again until your stomach is just before 90%. Don't let it go into 90%. Stop it at about 88%, and you stop it. And you won't have a water problem for a long time, okay? Because you're just burning about 242 milliliters per hour. So once your water gets to full, this will keep you at least 2 hours in game. And your calories will keep you at least 1 hour in game. So you can't go and sleep now. You can go and sleep, but then your character is going to be dead when you come back. But this is why I prefer endurance, guys, because now I can spend time with my family. I can watch a movie. I can exercise. There's a lot of things that I can do for roughly an hour, because if I fill up my food to 100%, then I'll be able to be away, okay, for at least 2 hours in game. Okay, which isn't bad at all. Now, so that's it, guys. Like I say, you can do it with that. You can do it with crosses. Okay, doesn't really matter. Crosses are just way cheaper. Okay, crosses are just way cheaper to do it. Okay. So, and this I will show you in the rest of the guide, but let's rest quickly. And then I'll show you how to just get a nice balance. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to get your constitution to match your, to be better, because we're crawling. We need a little bit more speed to level up our constitution at a good rate, like we're leveling up the strength and the dexterity. Okay, and then we're going to look at how to level up multiple skills with the method that I just showed you. So I'll be back now. Okay, guys. So for you guys that have vehicles, to walk into a cross or a cupboard takes very, very fine tuning. So a lot of times you're not going to get it right. Okay, it's better to use a house like I've showed in the past. So you enter a house and you walk into 2 solid objects, like a chair and a table, or a wall and a cupboard. Like, you just have to walk into 2 surfaces, okay? But with the tractor, you can just get onto the back, okay? And with a little bit of fine tuning, okay, You can just leave your character like that. You can literally walk in on the back of the tractor. Okay, so there we've got a water deficiency, and that will just help you to level up your constitution a little bit faster. Okay, so what did I mean by a canteen? Okay, so you're going to take a canteen, you're going to say drink all until your stomach reaches about 45%. Just look at your stomach over here. As soon as it reaches 45%, you're going to stop drinking. And then you're going to say drink all again. And then you're going to stop drinking before this hits 90%. Okay? And there we go. Now we've got an intake of 750 milliliters per hour. And these two are going to take very long, okay, to run out. So we can't carry anything here. And a tractor I like, guys. A tractor's got a lot of blockages for me to walk into, okay? Like the tire and the front is a nice place for me. So I'm maxing out my strength. I'm getting 70,000 this time instead of 20,000, okay? And I'm getting 24,000. So now all three of these are going to level up at the same speed. Okay, just make sure your tractor is solid. If it glitches around a bit, it's going to not let you carry on like this. But if it's on a flat surface, okay, this will be very easy. So if you've got a vehicle, it's much, much easier to do this. And as you can see, we're just burning 242 milliliters per hour, but we're gaining 750 milliliters per hour, okay? The big thing here is that you're going to have to fill this up really, really quickly because your carbs counts as a buffer for your protein and your fat. So you're going to have to eat carbs that gives you more than 300 calories per hour, okay? So how can we do that? Now, at Ocean Towns, you'll get dates, okay, which those palm trees gives you dates, okay, like this. If you search the palm trees, it's going to give you dates. So how many dates must you eat to get to 300? One date, and you're gaining more energy, okay? You're gaining more energy than what you're burning. 400, look at the calories, guys. 356. Okay, we're not losing any dexterity. We're not losing any dexterity at the moment. But as long as that date's in our system, we are going to be gaining energy. We are not going to be losing energy. Okay? You can eat 2 dates if you want to, you know? If you want to make sure that that energy goes up, you can eat another one. Okay, you can eat 1, but 2 is also going to help you. Okay? Now we're losing dexterity because we ate 2 of them. Okay? But soon the dexterity will go back to 0. But like if you want to gain, you know, if you want to gain quite a bit of energy so that you can relax again, that's fine. But look at the intake of the carbs, okay? The carbs are climbing very, very nicely now. So this is a really good system, guys, to level up your strength, your constitution, and your dexterity at the same rate. Okay, of course, if you start with as soon as these carbs are full, then I'll just walk again. Then I won't eat anything, and then I'll be gaining the full amount of dexterity. Okay, so I hope you guys understand that. If you've got any questions, leave it down in the comments below. And then, yeah, just as a future reference, okay, again, you have to crawl. Okay, if you don't have a vehicle, you have to crawl into these objects, otherwise it's not going to work. So if you want to get a bush, put the 3 chests down, or the 3 cabinets down, crawl in here, okay, until it activates. Okay, so there's activated, and now you are building your endurance. Okay, you are building your strength. You are building your constitution at a little bit slower, and you will be building your dexterity as soon as this food goes through your system. But the best thing of all is you're building your stealth as well. You guys can see the stealth there. You're building your stealth. Okay, we will cover stealth more in depth in future videos. And then, of course, you're leveling up your camouflage. Okay, so how many things are we leveling up at the same time? Camouflage is 1, stealth is 2, endurance is 3, strength is 4, constitution is 5, and then as soon as the food completes our system, dexterity is 6. 6 things that you're leveling up at the same time, guys. You can do this AFK. And look how long the water stays in our body. Okay? Look how long the water stays in our body. That's why I say now water's in the green again. Okay? This works like a charm. And as soon as this first date is done, we're going to be at 0 dexterity again. And then as soon as both are done, then we're going to be gaining 24,000. We're going to be gaining plus 0.24 thousand. Okay. For now, we are just building up our carbs, and as we can see, the dates gives us the dates gives you about 50 carbs per hour. Okay. So the dates really helps with your carbs, and you must try and keep these carbs good. If you don't want to lose any dexterity, just eat 1 date at a time. Okay, we already saw that. Just eat 1 date at a time. I'm just showing you guys, if you're in a hurry and you want to boost these carbs to full and you want to go somewhere for an hour, okay, or 2, then do that. Okay, and when you come back, you would have gained quite a bit. And that's how you AFK endurance. So, to finalize constitution, like we see, constitution is very important, okay, for your health points. Okay, at 5 constitution you'll have 100, like here. You'll have 120 HP instead of just 100. Okay, and you'll have a ton more stamina. Okay, which is combined with your endurance. Later in the game, you will have damage and status resistances when they bring new stuff into the game, like poison and shock and stuff. Your immune system will be much stronger, and your calorie and water consumption efficiency will be a lot better as well. Okay, so constitution is extremely important, guys, but this is why I put all my points into running when I create my character. Okay, if you put all your points into endurance, you'll use like 15% less water and food, and you are going to regain your stamina very fast. Okay, if you take advanced endurance, you're going to regain your stamina like nothing, guys. But because you run a lot at the beginning of the game, and because you need to run and be active, okay, to level up your running, it's just better for me. If you think you're going to sit in a car all day and you're never going to run, like never ever, I don't know, then take endurance. But running is just much better for me on the battlefield. With advanced running, nobody can catch me, and I can catch anyone, and no one can catch me. So if another person took advanced running, we're more or less the same speed. But anyone else that didn't start with advanced running, I will be able to catch them in game, and I'll be able to run away from people that want to kill me in game if they didn't take advanced running. So it's just got a lot of utility in game, which I like a lot. Okay, but again, it's up to you. Running is a skill that shows how athletic. Okay, it influences your jogging and your running speed, and you will see at the bottom affects stamina consumption rate, and then jog speed and run speed. Okay, and your stamina consumption rate will be minus 30% at advanced running, and you'll be able to run and jog 15% faster. Okay, so not only are you using 30% less stamina when you're running, meaning you can run much further, 30% further than anyone else, and you're running 15% faster than anyone else. Okay, and then at endurance, again, stamina recovery rate, as I told you guys, and then the energy and water consumption rates. Okay, and then your energy usage will be minus 15% at advanced endurance. Your water usage will be minus 15%. And then your stamina recovery rate won't be at minus 10%. At the moment, with no endurance, our stamina recovery rate is actually minus 10%. Okay, but when we reach advanced endurance, our stamina recovery rate will be plus 20%, and you will see a major difference in game. And like I said, guys, there we're gaining the max amount of dexterity again. Okay, until this becomes too low. Yeah. And then it's going to start burning through that. So we're going to have about an hour and a half that we don't have to be here. Okay, and we're gaining the max dex. Again, jogging into I prefer jogging into a car, but with this method, you're gaining you're increasing 6 skills at the same time. Okay, which is better for me. But if you're just focusing on your attributes, rather jog into a vehicle. Okay. So guys, my name is Luthais. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor and click that like button. And if you want to see and learn everything there is to see and learn about Scum, do yourself a favor and click that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time. We are going to speed this up because the 0.7 update is very close. So in the next video, we will be covering thievery and demolition. The video after that, we will be covering motorcycling and driving. Video after that, we will be covering throwing and stealth. And then after that, we will be covering probably 2 at a time here as well, if we can. Okay? Have a great day. See you guys later. Cheers.